Showing up on a stormy day is clutch, because you get to see yourself at your worst, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how you feel, because no one is thinking about that. No one is thinking about, oh, today this is the objective. What do you usually do? What you do at your job? If there's anyone even willing to go that far to make it a comparison, you know. But in this case, you show up on a stormy day, realizing the next day how much that was a good thing, despite you not wanting to be there. And on top of that, it didn't matter how you felt during that stormy day. Even for the most part, you were, feeling down because of all the haziness and all the confusing and perhaps, things that you had to do before you got there that were, aggravating, whether it was driving in the rain or you had car issues or something like that. But the reason it's clutch is because you probably see yourself at your lowest right there and then, compared to most other days when, you're there with, whether it be your coworkers or, just doing your daily task, and it feels more light, it doesn't feel so dark, compared to when it's a stormy day, it's dark. Not everyone is seeing eye to eye. And it's not a situation where it's like people are about to argue, or no, it's not really that. It's more like no one is seeing anything clear or like in the same path. Everyone's emotions are all over the place because of everyone who's being affected by this stormy day, this stormy weather, that's going on. So kind of take that, and if you don't even want to look at it like precisely as like, okay, as if it's actually storming, look at it as just any other scenario and just kind of replace it, and like things changed. It's like the energy may have dropped in a situation, kind of like we could speak on things that are broadcasted on the news. And there was probably an incident that happened that was extreme, and it was really intense, and it was high, and things were stormy. But then the next day it could have just like dropped a bit, and it wasn't as intense. It lowered a bit. So it's kind of like that, and it's clutch to show up, because not only did you show up, and it kind of makes things a little more like, it gives you that like, how do I put it? Like that, you're separating yourself and making yourself like more like the 10%, and you can feel that kind of like that hard boundary where it feels good after, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like a hard concrete feel, after you showed up and you weren't even feeling it at all. You're not feeling it at all. Your energy's low too. You don't exactly even want to do it. And it's it could probably even be, it could be clear to you, but it's only clear to you because you showed up and it was clutch. Now, so what does it mean like it was clutch? You came through. Now, for those of you who don't know what it means like you came through, man, it's one of those situations where it was like a saver. It was like a life saver, and no one even knew it was coming. It was unexpected. It was like a lucky moment. It's one. It was like just save you. Like the minute you're about to fall off the cliff and a bird just comes out of nowhere, type stuff. That is clutch. That's the actual definition of clutch, not just something just happening, but no, it was like you didn't know that the save moment was about to happen, and that's kind of like a lot of you can relate to that when it comes to work or job, especially if you work retail and the roads are done, what I'm saying, there's all mad snow on the roads, no one's going in, but for some reason, hey, if the hours are there, you gonna do it, And that's clutch. Because not only that, what did we talk about before? How a stormy day, you're not going to feel your best. Not only that, no one's going to care. It does not matter how you feel when you don't feel your best on a stormy day. All you need to do is show up on a stormy day. It's clutch. Because even if you don't feel your best, you still showed up, you still put in something, and you can actually compare the day previously before this clutchness happened, right? And you could see the differential and be like, okay, so, you could see what you can work on. You can kind of see, okay, the things you don't need to care that much about anymore, the things you need to care more about. And these are things you're not even trying to look at, but it's things that will be extremely noticeable when you show up on a stormy day. You're going to realize how clutch that is, because not only that, the majority of the people didn't even show up. You did. So now it's like you get to see the whole circumference of the whole place and how the whole thing works, and everyone's position and stuff like that, and you're not missing out. It's good to not miss out, because when you miss out, you really don't have anything to say. You don't really have, not that it's like you need bragging rights, but you don't get to engage as much. Your word doesn't matter as much as the person who showed up. And you could have been feeling better than the person who showed up. You could have had, much more energy and stuff like that. But the person who showed up, it doesn't matter at the end of the day if you didn't see what happened. You got to see what happened, in order to be able to, to talk, or to even to do, because that's the differential between research and experience. A lot of research that people find, that's just based off, the way someone looked at that experience, but did it really happen that way, Showing up on a stormy day is clutch. It doesn't matter how you're feeling, because you're going to start to realize that what really happens is more important than the way you feel. What happened, the truth, the fact, is more important than the way you felt, So, anyway, appreciate you for checking out the vid.